Hi, this is the 10-minute or so preview of the Dave Longley Breakfast Show. It's not a 10-minute podcast that just ends abruptly. The full episode is on Patreon, which you can sign up to for just £2 a month. That's 50 pence an episode. The reason it's on Patreon is so that people can't complain. You've got some skin in the game. It's a bit out there and we will upset people. So if you're paying for it, that means you're on board, you know what's going on, and it supports the podcast. So sign up, get involved, and you get loads of exclusive stuff. We're doing cartoons now. Get involved. Thank you. I love you.
In Derbyshire and East Staffordshire, BBC Radio Derby. Start the day right with Dave Longley and HIV positive vibes. He's up with the sun, he's feeling alive. One pill a day and he's ready to thrive. His immune system's solid, his energy's high. He's undetectable, no need to deny. Toast in the toaster, kettle on the boil. Dave's on the air, bringing laughter and spoil. He's sharp, he's warm, he's living out loud. Dave Longley in the morning, standing proud. Da-da-da, Dave Longley. No stigma, just strength, just positive vibes. Da-da-da, Dave Longley. No stigma, just strength, just positive vibes.
Good morning and welcome to the Dave Longley Breakfast Show. Broadcasting from the heart of Derby, giving you everything you need. Travel, weather, commentary and chat. That's right, it's the Dave Longley Breakfast Show and I am Dave Longley, wishing you a happy new year. Everyone here at Radio Derby hopes that 2026 brings you health, wealth and happiness. On today's show, we're keeping it simple, something obvious. We're talking about New Year's resolutions. Do you make them? Are they a waste of time or are they a valuable way of getting yourself back on track? Gurjit?
Yes, David.
Gurjit, on the mic, please.
Oh, sorry, David. Sorry.
Yes, David. Have you made any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I suppose I should use a New Year's resolution for, talking into the microphone first thing.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for you to follow whenever I reference you.
Yes, I will endeavor to do this for you, David. No problem indeed. No normal resolutions, lose a bit of weight, that kind of thing. What about you, Dave?
I'm going to try and spend a little bit less time at the sauna.
Oh, I see. Very good. Should you not pick something a little bit, less challenging?
What do you mean by that?
Well, David, I know you are a big fan of sauna. So what is likelihood that you're going to stick to it?
Well, what is life without a challenge, Gurjit? Or indeed no problem. Yeah, so dear listener, get in touch. Drop a comment on the Facebook page or phone in. Maybe I'll talk to you about your New Year's resolutions. But before any of that, we need to make sure that you can get where you need to be with minimal disruption. So let's go over and get your travel news.
BBC Radio Derby Travel News.
That's right, it's travel time. In Burton Town Centre, there is quite a lot of congestion due to a protest march by a lesbian cycling Facebook group who want to keep Jews off their cycling team. The Facebook group, called Dykes on Bikes, had been fishing for likes by excluding kikes, with many a commentator exclaiming yikes at such segregation. The protest march is happening along Main Street, which is quite a hike for the Dykes on Bikes who don't like kikes. Most are wearing Nikes, so we'll finish the hike in a style not unlike the Third Reich. We don't want Jews in our group. It's a private cycling group. We can do what we want, said the Dykes on Bikes leader, Stephanie Goldberg. Goldberg! Psych! So avoid Burton Town Centre if possible. In Ilkeston, by the big Tesco, there are delays due to an overnight dogging issue between two local doggers. Miriam Jackson and Gareth Mills were back scuttling over the bonnet of their Toyota Avensis when Miriam's vaginismus kicked in, trapping Gareth inside her. The plunging temperatures were a genuine cause for concern, so onlookers called the emergency services before leaving the area. Unfortunately, it was too late for both Miriam and Gareth as they succumbed to hypothermia, remaining frozen mid-coitus. The traffic is being caused by people paying their respects by wanking onto the windshield of Gareth and Miriam's Toyota Avensis, which is exactly what they would have wanted. So yeah, avoid the big Tesco in Ilkeston if you can. And finally, in Simfin, there are delays along Redwood Road as your mum begins her New Year's resolution of completing a couch to 5k. She has so far managed to eat a couch and is now looking for something that has approximately 5,000 calories in it. Onlookers have suggested one of her fingernails would likely fit the bill, so maybe she could end up chewing on one of her trotters. That is all your travel for today. We can now go over to the Facebook page for some of your comments on New Year's resolutions. Julian in Duffield writes, my New Year's resolution is to cut back on the fags. They make my arse hurt and I'm worried about AIDS. Thank you, Julian, for that comment. Carrie in Littleover has written, my New Year's resolution is to cut back on the fags. I need to make some female friends instead of these flaming queens. Thank you, Carrie, for that comment. Ryan in Belper has posted on the Facebook page. He's written, my New Year's resolution is to cut back on the fags. I own a leather shop and I need to diversify my customer base. Thank you, Ryan, for that comment. It's a shame you didn't give us your name, the name of your shop, Ryan. We could have given you some publicity there. And the final comment for now is from Gregory in Stenson Fields. Gregory writes, my New Year's resolution is to cut back on the fags. Yes, they taste nice and they help me shit, but they're an expensive luxury. Thank you, Gregory. Oh, it says figs. Cut back on the figs. I'm very sorry, Gregory.
In Derbyshire and East Staffordshire, BBC Radio Derby.
Right, that's all your Facebook comments out the way for now. We can go over to Monty Astor, who's going to give us our first batch of headlines.
From the BBC News Centre in Derby, this is the headlines with Monty Astor.
Good morning, Gurgit. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful whatever you people celebrate. And you know, and I had a good one too. Thank you for asking. I assume that's what you're saying. I don't know why you're waving, but I'm sorry I'm late. Me and Mrs. Astor had a bloody bust up, didn't we, before we came? You know, what happened? Oh my God. So for Christmas, she asked for a pair of scales. Now, I don't know what's wrong with the old scales. They're perfectly fantastic. She wanted digital scales. For a number of years, I've been going by on the old scales in the bathroom. They've been fine. But these new digital ones are apparently more accurate. Now, I will admit, Gurgit, I will admit, I left it a little late in the day to do my Christmas shopping. That's the problem with Amazon these days, you know. Mrs. Astor does this to me every year. She gives me sort of 7 or 8 things that she likes, and I buy them for her. Well, I must have been doing a few too many engagements this year. My diary has been very full, and so I had to sort of... a couple of the things were sold out on Amazon, or weren't coming until after Christmas. Not sold out, you know, they weren't coming until after Christmas. And I can't have that, you know. I can't have it opening nothing on Christmas Day. And so I had to go with a different version of the scales, didn't I? The ones that she wanted. Well, these scales, apparently, I've really fucked it up. Because now, she's added 2 pounds to a diet. And I'm not surprised, you know. We did eat a lot over the Christmas period. I did say, you know, quite a large spread, and we don't like to waste, you know, we don't like to waste at all. And so we were going at the Pheasant for a few days, and you know what? I'll say this now. I wasn't feeling myself over Christmas. You know, we weren't getting out. We weren't getting normally. We're ravenous on Christmas evening. You know, we get together. We're a bloody good rogering, don't I? I gave her a bloody good rogering on Christmas Day, but to this time, I think I'd had one too many sherries. It's not that I couldn't get it up. It's that I couldn't be bothered to go upstairs. You know, I couldn't go, and suddenly she's unattractive, she works out the scales, she saw them, she's added 2 more pounds, you know, on the analog scales, which have worked fine for years, they still work. I don't know why she insisted on going digital. You know, it's like the BBC. But, you know, she's added 2 pounds, now she's saying she's unattractive, I'm not attracted to her, I don't love her anymore. Of course I love her, you know, otherwise I would have bought her all that shit for Christmas. But now she's got these digital scales, she's got a fucking idea in her head that she's unattractive. She's put on 2 pounds. Then you lose that in an afternoon. Go for a walk, woman. That's what I said. But suddenly now she wants to be on the bloody Mount Jaro. And I was worried about this when Marjorie started coming around after she'd been on it. She looks fantastic. The difference is, you know, Marjorie doesn't come from money. But Mrs. Astor does. She doesn't need Mount Jaro. She looks phenomenal. I said to her, you'll drop it off in an afternoon. But instead, oh no, I need the Mount Jaro. I've got to get the Mount. She's been on the line, you know. She's been on the internet there. She's sent in a photograph of herself. So they rejected her because you can't have it if you're not fat enough. You know, they have to see if you're right. Well, if you don't fit inside the lens of a camera, of course you can have some bloody Mount Jaro. But if you're Mrs. Astor, you're a mere 3 pixels wide, aren't you? So anyway, she's all about getting on the Mount Jaro, and I don't agree, and I'm not afraid to speak up. You know, I'm not afraid to speak up against this kind of thing. Why are you waving at me, Gurgit? I'm telling you a story, it's very rude. I don't know what you people are like in your culture, but we don't interrupt here. Anyway, she's on the Mount Jaro, and I've said before, I don't agree with the Mount Jaro, but, you know, she's insisting on having it. She's insisting on having it. And it's going to end in tears. I'll tell you this now, Gurgit. Anyway, what time's the news starting? Let's get on with some of these stories, shall we? Good morning, I'm Monty Astor, and these are your headlines. An expert has revealed that dry January is a terrible idea because it leads to a binge or bust approach to drinking. Exactly. I've said for years we're not doing dry January. I won't do it. You know, it's not just a health has an effect on. You know, it's not just it improves your sleep, they say, but it doesn't at all. You know, I've had some fucking fantastic sleeps not doing dry January. I sleep fine. And I'll tell you this now, it really does. It affects the pubs. You know, you see these people out not knowing how to queue. Not knowing how to, well, no, they know how to cure. That's the problem. They don't know how to use a bloody bar. You're not supposed to cure it, you know? And they're out there. They don't understand these things. You start off with a dry January, you know, where's the rest of the year going to go? It's going to be shit, isn't it? It's going to be a shit year if you start out with a dry January. Don't do dry January. No, it affects the pubs. It affects their earnings, you know. More and more pubs closing in the United Kingdom every day. And here you are, encouraging people not to drink. No, we should be telling people, get out in the pub, spend your money. You know, save the local boozer. That's what I say. It's very endangered. I remember the days you used to be going to a pub, no such thing as food. Now they need to serve food to survive. Every single pub has to show the football. Football, a barbarian sport, if you ask me. Everybody has to do it. You know, you can't just go to the pub and enjoy a drink anymore with no music or anything. Whatever you do, you have to go to one of those. That bloke, what's his name? You know, the one that won't let you swear or have your phone. He can fuck off for a start. I don't even know the name of the pub. I don't go in them. I refuse. You know, if you're going to do dry January, do it from one of those pubs, I say. And we're not doing dry January. No, Mrs. Astor's on about it as well. She thinks she wants to do dry January. I'll never put on weight. No, you should be able to drink just as much as you normally can. Anyway, what else? Are we wrapping up already? Oh, okay. Well, this has been your headlines. Tune in for the next edition. There'll be more later. I've been Monty Astor. Toodaloo.
In Derbyshire and East Staffordshire, BBC Radio Derby.
That was Monty Astor there, giving us the headlines as he sees fit. I don't know quite exactly what he was doing. We can now go over to our first call, and on the line, talking about New Year's resolutions, we have Brian on the line. Brian, are you there?
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Brian. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Dave. Dave?
Brian, I know you're 104.
Yes, I am. Right. Happy New Year to you, Dave.
Happy New Year to you too, Brian. Brian, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. I assume you've made quite a few in your life. Have you made any this year?
Well, Dave, yes, I have actually. I've decided I'm going to try and be a little bit less racist.
Oh, that's an admirable resolution, Brian.
Yes, I've been thinking a lot about my great grandson Leroy.
Oh yeah. And does Leroy criticise you for some of your opinions?
Yes, he does. He's quite a fan of gangster rap, is Leroy, and I thought, maybe some of my language is a bit outdated, so I'm going to focus on that, and I want to be a little bit more, open to things like that.
Right. Well, you've told me before, Brian, that you're not racist.
Well, no, I'm not racist, but the problem is it doesn't matter what's in my heart. It's how I interact with people, isn't it?
Yes, Brian. That's quite accurate. You can not mean something, but if the person takes that as what they mean, there's problems there, isn't there?
I don't quite follow you, Dave.
Well, what I mean is that, I might say to Gurjit, you're a smelly raghead, and just mean it as a joke. But if he takes it seriously, he's going to get upset.
Well, does he smell?
No, his brother Jagpesh smells, but he doesn't smell.
Right. Does he have rag on his head?
No, he wears a turban. It's not quite the same.
Well, what's the turban made from?
Doesn't matter, Brian. Let's move on. So the point being is that it's to do with how it's received. So if you might not have hate in your heart, Brian, and you might be perfectly happy with your Deliveroo driver, but if you say something to the Deliveroo driver, they're going to be upset.
Well, this is exactly what I mean, Dave, because I served in Africa. I've been all over the world in army and whatnot.
Yeah, as a cook.
Well, you get different colours of cooks, and I was quite active. In the 70s. I was 50 years old in the 70s, and racism was rampant. It were rampant then. We used to. Do you remember Enter the Dragon?
Well, I'm aware of Enter the Dragon. I didn't. I wasn't around when it was out.
Well, Bruce Lee used nunchucks, and it was because of my mates in the National Front that nunchucks got banned from movies.
What do you mean?
Well, nunchucks were used a lot by National Front racists in a lot of assaults. So they stopped putting them in movies because they said, look, these fucking idiots, they're using these nunchucks.
Right, so is that true?
Yes, Dave, it's absolutely true. You can Google it if you like, because I quite liked martial arts when I was about 50. I sort of wished I could do a lot of that kung fu stuff.
Right, and but your National Front mates were responsible for nunchucks being banned from movies.
Yes, if you watch any movie from late 70s onwards, you will not see any nunchucks.
Right, well that's interesting.
Apart from the movie Romper Stomper, because they said it fit in with the storyline.
Right, Romper Stomper's famously about white nationalists, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's one of my favourite films, actually, Dave.
Oh, okay. What's your other favourite film?
I quite like Schindler's List.
Don't know if I want to ask why, Brian. We'll move on. So your New Year's resolution is just basically be less racist?
Yes, I think the key word there is less.
Yeah, you don't want to be not racist.
Well, no, because I think pattern recognition is quite important as a human.
Okay. What's pattern recognition?
Well, if you look at statistics, Britain now is the rape capital of Europe.
Yeah, and what? Oh Jesus! What does that? I don't. As soon as I ask the question, I'm in trouble here, Brian.
I know you are, Dave. Go on, ask it.
Why is Britain now?
Well, rapes have gone up alongside immigration statistics.
Well, yes, but correlation does not imply causation, does it, Brian?
Well, no, it doesn't, but it's quite heavily correlated, isn't it? And if you look at the statistics of 100,000 per 100,000 people, it's off the charts for darkies.
Yeah, it's it's to do with per capita, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But white people still commit the most crime, correct?
Well, you'd expect that in a white country.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into this, Brian. It's a bit. It's tricky territory. It's sticky wicket. It's muddy waters.
Yes, it is, Dave. It's difficult to. What I do is I don't judge it on behaviour. I just judge it on how people look.
Right, and that's racist, Brian.
Yes, it is.
So you're not doing very well at the moment.
Well, no, I'm still warming up. Last time I phoned in, I used proper terminology.
Yeah, but you've said darky.
Right. So, well, old habits. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
No, you can't. That's true. And what steps are you taking to reduce your racism, Brian?
Well, I'm going to start looking at different news.
Well, that's a good start, Brian. What do you currently use for your news input?
Well, obviously, I like BBC News.
Thank you. Yeah.
When you were introduced, your man, whatever his name is, Monty.
Yeah, Monty Astor.
Yeah, he's ever so good. He is. He's and he likes that. Australian right-wing woman. What's her name?
I don't know. I don't really listen to the news when it comes on, Brian.
Oh, right. Well, anyway, she's hot.
Yeah, but I don't think hotness is to do with politics, though, is it?
Well, you say that, but a lot of people found Margaret Thatcher quite attractive.
Yeah, well, they're fucking weird, though, aren't they?
Well, no, because some men like a powerful woman.
Yeah, she was powerful, I'll give her that.
Yeah, so what you've got to think about is Margaret Thatcher in the bedroom being powerful, squatting over you and just pissing right into your mouth.
Yeah, does that do it for you, Brian?
Oh, it certainly does, Dave. I like thinking about Margaret Thatcher squatting over me, pissing right into my mouth, and then she says, "You want some shit in your mouth, don't you, you dirty bastard?"
Right, okay.
Yeah, and then I go, No, Maggie, I don't want any shit in my mouth. And she's like, "You do, you dirty fucker, you do." And I'm like, "No, don't, Margaret."
So then what? You just wank, or she shits on you?
Well, I don't like shit, Dave, to be honest, but the idea of Margaret Thatcher shitting straight into my mouth is quite intoxicating.
So, what news are you going to be reading, Brian?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I got a bit carried away there, Dave.
Yeah, I noticed.
So, well, I'm always watching. What's that channel called?
I'm gonna guess GB News.
Yes, that's the one.
I thought so.
So I watch a lot of that, and it's got a good balance of opinions and good views and whatnot. But I thought, who are they always slagging off?
Well, who are they always slagging off?
Guardian readers.
Oh, so you're gonna read The Guardian?
Well, yes, I've tried to read it. I saw a story, and it was about this lesbian.
Yeah, sounds like The Guardian.
Yeah, and this lesbian, she said that she'd never had orgasm in her entire life.
Right, well, that's not news, is it?
Well, no, it's not. But then the story, it takes a turn. It's one of these long opinion pieces, right? So she's a lesbian, and she's one of these woke snowflake daft cunts, and she lets in a Somalian into her house.
Oh no, that's not going to end well.
Well, exactly, because he tries to rape her, which is exactly what I'd expect, but she fights him off, and in the middle of fighting, they realise that they both like martial arts.
Right.
So then they sit down and they're like, well, I couldn't, the Somali, and he says, well, I couldn't beat you up. And she's like, well, I couldn't beat you up. They both did the same martial art. They both loved Bruce Lee, and they both loved nunchucks.
Okay.
So in the end, these two people, they fell in love as a result of Bruce Lee.
What the fuck has this got to do with anything, Brian?
I'm just saying, it was a different way of looking at an attempted rape.
Brian, I'm going to have to look through The Guardian and find this story. That sounds wildly improbable.
Well, this is the thing, you see, is that women, they're a bit complicated.
Well, I will agree with that for certain.
Yeah, and a lot of women, one of their biggest taboo fantasies is to be raped.
I don't think it is, Brian.
No, it is. I've read about it.
Right. Well, how? What? I don't understand. I think it's the fantasy role play of not an actual rape is a horrific crime, Brian.
Well, yes, it is, but there's a bit of women in their brains that's like, intoxicated by it.
I don't think that it is, Brian. I really don't.
Well, my mate Barry.
Right. I don't want to know about Barry, Brian. What I want to know is your New Year's resolution is to be less racist.
Yes, it is. Yes. Also, in particular, I want to, be a bit kinder to my housekeeper.
Right. I don't think she's your housekeeper, is she, Brian?
Whatever she is.
She's someone who comes around and cleans up after you and cares for you. She's a carer.
Well, I don't have a carer.
You do, Brian. You've got a carer.
Well, whoever that Nigerian woman is, sometimes I say things round her and I can tell I've upset her.
Yeah, it's probably because you're just using outdated terminology, Brian.
Yeah, well, anyway, the other day I thought I'm going to be nice to her. So I paid her a compliment.
Oh, Jesus. What did you say, Brian?
I said, I love your big lips.
Right. How'd that go down?
Well, at first she ignored it.
Yeah, that's sensible. That was sensible of her.
I decided to double down.
That's not sensible, though, Brian, is it?
No, I said, excuse me, I just said, I love your big lips.
Okay, and then what did she say?
Well, she made this weird, sucking sound.
Did she kiss her teeth?
Well, I don't know if she kissed her teeth, but she made some weird, it sounded like a plug. Water going down the drain.
Yeah, that sounds like she was kissing her teeth.
Yeah, so she did that, and then she stormed out.
Right, and then what?
Well, I got a phone call from her bosses saying that she won't coming back.
Right, so what's happened then?
Well, nothing. Dave, I've got to go. I've just shat myself.
Okay, Brian, thanks for the call.
No problem, Dave. You take care.
This brings us to the end of the preview. If you would like to listen to the whole episode, which includes FGM of the Week, Monty Astor reading the news headlines, extra conversations, adverts, jokes, everything you want from a podcast that isn't just two cunts talking, sign up to the Patreon. £2 a month is the entry level. It might go up to £3 in the new year, so get involved now while the price is low. Please.
In Derbyshire and